am Dr. J. Mahamagi, Associate Professor of Commerce, Vivivaniya Perumal College for Women, Virudhunagar. Now I am going to take about the two concepts of cost accounting, idle time and overtime. In the cost accounting, first of all we should know about what is cost. Cost is nothing but the total of all expenses incurred to produce a particular job or service. In order to produce a particular product, we are involved three elements of the cost: cost of material, cost of labor, and other expenses. Material is the first and foremost element for determining the cost. It is divided into two: direct material and indirect labor. Similarly, the labor is also the second element or part of the cost. At the time of fixing the selling price, the cost role play very important or significant. So at the time of fixing the cost, two things are considered mainly major part of the cost components. First one is material, second one is labor. The idle time, overtime, these two concepts is consisting or comprising or under the category of the labor. First we see one by one. Idle time. What is idle time? When the workers spend their whole time at different jobs, then the time booked for the job must agree with the gate time. Whenever one person enter into a gate, for example 9:40, he reaches the department only at the time of 9:50. The 10 minutes break, 9:40 entering time at the gate, the starting time in the department is 9:50. These 10 minutes is considered as idle time. The idle time may be of two types: normal idle time and abnormal idle time. Normal idle time, it cannot be controlled. It must be incurred. Whenever any person enter into a gate, it takes a minimum time to reach the department or reach the workstation and takes a time to prolong their work. But first example, whenever we start a machine, first they have to clean the machine and they have to put the oil and you have to make other lubricants, we have to put all other accessories ready and then they have to operate the machine. So the time booked on the job and also the time starting the job, it may differ. The difference between these two things is called as idle time. The idle time may be occurred due to many reasons. First one is waiting of materials. All materials are stored in the godown or warehouse, but the starting from the production center to the end point of store, there will be a time passage for 10 minutes. From the stores to the department production center, the movement raw material move from at least 10 minutes by way of any foreman or lorry or mini auto, whatever may be. So there will be a time gap between the starting work and the gate time. It is called as idle time. Second one is machine breakdown. The machine should be kept as a very good condition. Suppose if the machine is running very fast, at time there will be some breakdown, blade may be cut down, or there will be some inferior quality of materials, the machine's content may differ, quality may differ. So the machine sometimes they have to keep the ideal for stopping the production. After setting the machine, again the production will start. So the gap between the starting the machine and the stopping the machine is called as, denoted as idle time. And waiting for instruction. Third one is waiting for instruction. All laborers come to the job, but the supervisor or boss does not give any instruction in the previous day what job to do work or what they are going to carry. So due to want of or lack of instructions from the superior, all the workers are waiting for instruction. The time used for waiting the instruction is denoted as idle time. Next, power failure. All the shutdown maybe between unexpected sudden power failure, machine breakdown. These are the main causes of idle time. So in short, idle time is nothing but when workers spend their whole time at different job, the time booked for job must agree with the gate time. If it disagree, the time is denoted as idle time. The main reasons for idle time is waiting for materials, machine breakdown, waiting for instruction, and power failure. Bad planning, accidents, time wasted, seasonal nature, time taken to reach the department from gate. Next, the question is how to control the idle time, whether it is controllable. Yes, some to minimum extent we are able to control the idle time. First one, vigilance must be exercised. Proper control. If you are making very alert, if you are making very cautious, you are able to minimize or control the idle time. And also the instruction to the workers should be given in advance or priorly, and plant and machines should be maintained properly. The causes of idle time should be found out, that the causes should not be repeated again. Regular and timely supply of raw materials must be ensured. These are the control of idle time. Next, the question is overtime. There may be some difference between idle time and overtime. Idle time is somewhat of instruction, power failure, the worker, they are lacking their work. In case of overtime, when the worker are forced to work over and above the normal working hours. Usually normal hours is 10 to 5 in office, lab or factory. But suppose if they are working beyond 5 hours, beyond 5 p.m., it is called as overtime. So when the worker works above the normal working hours, he is said to be working overtime. According to Factories Act 1948, overtime has to be paid at double the normal rate. For example, per hour 100 rupees means overtime per hour is 200 rupees. As per Factories Act, overtime is double the wages to the workers. What's the reasons for overtime? During the seasonal rush. Now today, next month, there will be Deepavali. There will be so many demands for crackers. So the normal working hours, if you are producing, we cannot able to supply our requirements. So in addition to normal time, the worker are forced to work for overtime. After 7 o'clock, after 9 o'clock, they will be forced to compelled by the match factory workers, match owners. Next one is when there is a power of failure. For example, Saturdays there will be shutdown. There will be 9 to 5 p.m. There will be no work at all. So the manufacturers compel the workers, instead of working between 9 to 5, they will be forced to work between evening 6 p.m. to next morning shift 2 o'clock. If we are working over and above normal working hours, it is called as overtime. Or in order to finish the orders, to finish the job in time for a construction work, there will be tiles work or will be some sort of whitewashing. Next, we are going to make a function of our home. In that case, we are having a night shift of the Mazans. When there is a more demand for the products also. The control of overtime. How we are control our overtime? Proper flow of work should be essential. Instruction should be clearly given. Regular maintenance of the plant. Regular supply of raw materials of standard quality. So in this context, I am very proud to take overtime and idle time. What's the meaning? What's the causes? What's its controllable? What are the steps taken to reduce the idle time and overtime? Thank you one and all present here. Thank you.